It's acres and move makers.
It's acres and move makers.
I deal with land flippers, acres and move makers, room shakers, big boys with huge paper, the newspapers. You can run but can't escape us. We winning with these flash green when they act racist. Success is so contagious.
Let's go. It's acres and move makers.
Welcome to Acres and Move Makers. My name is Ray.
My name is Jay.
And we are
Acre Boys.
Today we want to talk to you about a very important topic, and that's called The Fortune is in the Follow-Up.
Now, my perspective on this, right, especially when we're dealing with land investing, not when we're dealing with tax properties, because you're dealing with the actual county, state, municipality, whatever the case may be. But when you're going to direct the owner and you're negotiating with the owner, right, the first correspondence you have with that owner may not go the way you want it to go, right? But here's the thing, that actual follow-up call, right? That's the call where a lot of money is being made, right? Because some people, even a lot of people that came in our curriculum, said the same thing to us. Well, I called them and they didn't actually pick up the phone. I was like, okay, well, did you call back? Because sometimes, here's what happens, right? You can assume that the person doesn't actually want to do business with you. But here's the big part that you're not taking into account. The big part you're not taking into account is people have all different kind of things going on in life. What if a child is sick, a father, an uncle, whatever the case may be? At that point in time, you are not going to be the top priority as far as getting that actual deal done. So basically what I'm trying to convey is every time that you're doing these deals, that's why the name of this was called The Fortune is in the Follow-Up. Go ahead and keep following up with that person, whether it's a text message, whether it's an email, or whether it's a phone call, whatever the case may be. Don't be one of those kind of people that give up, because you never know, especially if it's a good deal, you never know why a person may not be calling you back. Now, if it goes over a long period of time, you may want to stop whatever because you tried rolling that ball down the court. However, every time that you follow up in a lot of these different situations, the person who wins these deals a lot of times are the people that are more aggressive inside the space. And if you could be aggressive based off of that, and I don't mean tone aggressive, I mean just aggressive in your following up, that will mean that will actually almost assure you that you will get that deal, because a lot of people will go ahead and assume that because that person didn't call them back, or they called or they didn't answer the phone, they just move on to the next deal. Absolutely not. You stay on that deal until you get that person on the phone. If it goes over a certain period of time where you kept on contacting, then you might leave it alone. But to that point where you're actually going after that deal, never come off of the gas and just keep going and going.
Very, very important, right? To follow up. See your deal all the way through. Your overall business. The fortune is truly in the follow up, because you just don't know what's going on in someone's life. So call until they say, I'm not interested. Until you hear those words, keep calling. You don't have to be a pest to where you're calling every day, right? Just dip your head in there. Maybe once or twice a week. Hey, you're still interested in selling that property? And we find even in our own business, people call and they want to sell us their property. And sometimes some of the first things that they say is, hey, I got several offers to buy my land. But the reason that I chose to go with you guys is because you picked the phone up. So we find that people don't even pick their phone up. We've gotten a lot of deals just because we were available and picked our phone up. So even if you're not available, have an answering service, or have a message that says, I'll get back to you at such and such time. And guess what? Get back to them at the time that you said you were going to get back to them. Sure. People remember these things. You have to remember, when people come across you, this is all virtual. So if you do something that you said that you were going to do and don't do it, you may lose the person. Hey, look, man, you said you was going to call back in 24 hours or 48 hours. And then you call back 72 hours or 4 days later. The person's like, nah, not credible. I don't know about this company. I don't want to do business with them. I'll go with another company. It has happened to us. We've lost deals because we didn't pick up the phone and follow up. And we gained deals because we did pick the phone up and follow up. So it works both ways. The other key point is, if you do have any online business, whatever that is, any online business, when we say the fortune is in the follow-up, when it comes to social media, jump into those DMs. Do you know how much pent-up aggression is inside of your DMs?
Is inside those DMs. Yes, a lot of niggas say it goes down in the DM. It truly goes down in the DM. You have so much stuff in there. Well, go ahead.
Now, what does that say when somebody inboxes you to your DM, right? Some people have the nerve to get frustrated or aggravated that people are DMing them messages, right?
Right.
The nerve of you, if you're a business owner, that is letting you know what your audience wants. That has become warm traffic once it hits that DM.
Sure.
That says, I'm interested in something. Now you have to follow up with these people. There's something called a nurturing process. The sale doesn't come. We have something in our business that says, don't try to sleep on the first night, right? Why? Because you have to finesse. You have to finesse the deal. You have to nurture it all the way too. Will there be some impulsive buyers that will buy right away? Absolutely, there will be. But the majority of your sales, there's going to be a nurturing process. So don't neglect your DMs. Don't neglect your direct messages and personal messages. Respond to these people. Treat them as a phone call as well. If you say you're going to do something, and if they message you, message them back.
For sure.
Pique their interest right now and say, hey, how can I help you? Or we do X, Y, and Z. Could I book a phone call with you? Are you serious? Have these questions set to the side to learn how to get a gauge on these people. Are you a serious buyer? How soon are you looking to get started? Things of that nature. Where did you see us from? What video did you see? This will tell you and give you information about your audience.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? We are looking for sales, but there's something that we're looking for, and that becomes before the sale, and that's the signal for the sale. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of different things as far as marketing and all those things that go on the back end. But like you said, this is warm traffic. These are people that are actually contacting you because you offer something that they actually want. And if you don't follow up on that offering, you're never going to make the sale, especially in a digital space or in a brick and mortar space, whatever the case may be. So please, if you don't remember anything about this video in any business or whatever you're doing, always follows up. It makes the difference in between you making money and not making a dime,
or making a little bit of money and making a lot of money.
Real talk. Real talk.
All right, so if you found this video useful, helpful, drop your comments below. We'd love to know what you think. Share this with a family member or friend if you think it can help them as well. We're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to jump and swim inside of that algorithm because our mission is to get the concept of land ownership and land buying to as many as people as humanly possible.
That's for sure. And it is.
So to the next time, invest in dirt.
It's the cleanest way to make money. Peace, y'all.